very warm greetings to you as you join us on today's episode of Tax Matters. My name is Olumuyiwa Matuloko. How's your week been and how is business going? Today we have a big fish in the house in the person of the Coordinating Secretary of the Tax Appeal Tribunal, Mallam, Yahaya, Manga, Abubakar. We'll be talking about the Tax Appeal Tribunal, and of course we should begin by telling you, in case you have not heard, that the Tax Appeal Tribunal zonal tribunals have just been reconstituted and the members have been reappointed except for those who are above 70 years old. So the Tax Appeal Tribunal is back in business. Mallam Abubakar, you're welcome to Tax Matters.
Thank you very much, and good day, viewers.
As you heard us in the introduction, we spoke about the reconstitution of the Tax Appeal Tribunal and the reappointment of the members. What exactly is going on? Why have the old members been reappointed?
Actually, the Tax Appeal Tribunal membership is for an initial period of 3 years, and thereafter the appointment could either be renewed or fresh hands can be brought in. But fortunately enough for us, this time around the Coordinating Minister for the Economy and Honorable Minister of Finance, in her wisdom, decided to renew the appointment of the existing tribunal members. Thank you.
We read in that press release, released by your office, that those who are above 70 were not reappointed. Like, how many people have you lost, quote and unquote?
Yeah. Currently, the new tribunals, 36 members were reappointed and 4 were not reappointed because of the age factor.
Okay. Now, let's go back to why we are here. What exactly is the Tax Appeal Tribunal?
Yeah, the Tax Appeal Tribunal was established pursuant to Section 59(1) of the Federal Inland Revenue Service Establishment Act 2007 as part of the ongoing reforms in the Nigerian tax system. The tribunal was established to resolve disputes arising from the operations of certain tax laws, such as the Companies Income Tax, as amended, the Petroleum Profit Tax Act, Personal Income Tax Act as amended, Capital Gains Tax, Stamp Duties Act, Value Added Tax, and other relevant laws.
It's the whole gamut. But you said the tribunal was established pursuant to the FIRS Establishment Act. Yeah. Why have you brought in personal income tax? We know that the state boards of internal revenue collect personal income tax, except for in the Federal Capital Territory, where the FIRS collects. Do the zonal tribunals have jurisdiction over personal income tax cases?
Yes. Under the extant laws, certain laws provide for dispute resolutions in respect of tax matters, and the only institutions that can adjudicate over such laws is the tax tribunals.
How many zonal tribunals do you have?
The tribunals are located in 8 zones of the Federation. Okay. The zones are at the northeast, with the tribunal sited in Bauchi, the north central, Abuja on its own, okay, located here in Abuja, the northwest in Kaduna, the southwest in Ibadan, and Lagos, which is a stand-alone like Abuja, yes. Then the southeast, which is located in Enugu, and the 8th one is in the south-south, located in Benin, with a coordinating secretariat located in Abuja.
Okay, and you are the coordinating secretary. So what exactly is your role?
Our role is to coordinate the activities of the 8 locations. Okay. Yes, the 8 locations kind of send in reports and we now collate and forward same to the Honorable Minister for our further oversight functions.
Okay. The tribunals took off in 2010. So they spent 3 years before this reappointment. What would you say have been the achievements of the Tax Appeal Tribunal?
The achievements are so numerous, but let me quickly tell you that from inception in 2010, the tribunals inherited about 133 appeals from the defunct body of appeals commissioners and the value-added tax tribunals. A total of 105 new appeals were filed between 2010 and today, making a total of 238 appeals. So far, about 130 appeals have been dispensed with. They have been heard, treated, and issues therein have been resolved, while a total of 104 appeals are pending. That is one. Two, in order to ensure compliance with standard judicial practice, the Honorable Minister has issued a Tax Appeal Tribunal Procedural Rules 2010, which apply to all proceedings in all the zonal tribunals. And three, to strengthen TAT as an institution, we have designed a 5-year development plan, which we are implementing gradually, and this has formed the basis of the key performance indicators for the tribunal staff and members. Number four, we have a draft governance framework which is completed, and with the coming in of the new tribunals now, it is gradually going to be implemented. On infrastructure, the tribunals are fully equipped. Each of the tribunal has a recording device that fast-tracks its hearing processes. Yes, and this, like I said, is founded on the basis that staffs of the tribunals are equally motivated to perform optimally.
Is the Tax Appeal Tribunal a court, or what is it?
No, the Tax Appeal Tribunal is not a court. It is purely an administrative tribunal or a quasi-judicial, at best, a quasi-judicial body. Okay. And it is not an arm of the judiciary. It is part of the processes in the tax system which affords an aggrieved party or appellant, be it the tax authority or the taxpayers, a window to explore alternative dispute resolution mechanisms before gaining access to the regular courts.
Okay, we'll go on a short break. When we come back, we'll look at what it takes for anybody to approach the Tax Appeal Tribunal. Don't go away.
So there is nothing you can do. I can't believe this. Last year I let it go. This year my tax assessment is even worse. They keep doing this because they know there is no one we can complain to.
But there is.
Really?
Yes. You can go to the Tax Appeal Tribunal.
Tax Appeal Tribunal?
Yes.
The Tax Appeal Tribunal is established to resolve all tax disputes between taxpayers and the Revenue Authority. So when your tax disputes are not resolved to your satisfaction, the Tax Appeal Tribunal is there to help. You can visit any of our offices nationwide or call us on 0987-61170 or email info@tat.gov.ng for support. Tax Appeal Tribunal, building confidence in Nigeria's tax system.
There you are. Now you know that you are not alone. that you have a right to appeal. It's still Tax Matters, and we still have Mallam Yahaya Manga, the Coordinating Secretary of the Tax Appeal Tribunal, with us in the studio. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you.
Now, what kind of people typically make up the zonal tribunals? What is the composition like?
The tribunal in each zone comprises a panel of 4 tax appeal commissioners and the chairman who has cognate experience in tax legislation and tax jurisprudence. The appointment is for a term of 3 years in the first instance and renewable for another term of 3 years only and no more. We have seasoned, established lawyers, tax practitioners, and chartered accountants on the panel.
Okay.
Yes.
4 members and a chairman, making 5.
Making 5, yes.
Okay. Now, what does it take to approach the Tax Appeal Tribunal? What do I need to do? Normally, if one wants to go to court, you begin to think about lawyer, about filing fees. What does it take to go to the Tax Appeal Tribunal?
The process is simple and straightforward. Okay. Applicants can file an appeal at any of the tribunals located in any of these geopolitical zones, most especially where the subject matter is emanating from. The law provides that an appeal can be filed within a period of 30 days from the date on which the action, decision, assessment, or demand notice was made or received. However, the tribunal may entertain an appeal after the expiration of the stipulated period of 30 days upon satisfactory proof of the cause of the delay. The beauty of this all is that anybody can file an appeal and represent himself.
I don't need a lawyer.
Without engaging the services of a legal practitioner, yeah.
Okay.
And the process of filing an appeal is simplified. Just approach the registry.
Have you had instances where the tax authority, whether at the federal level or the state level, has brought a taxpayer to the tribunal? Or is it always the other way around?
Probably this is more like the relationship between the Tax Appeal Tribunal and the Boards of Inland Revenue Services, yes? If I get you right.
Yes.
The Act, that is the FRS Act, 2007 now, and PITA, that is the Personal Income Tax as amended, 2011, empowers the TAT to resolve disputes arising from the operations of the Act. To that extent, we have close relationship with the state boards of Inland Revenue Services because they collect personal income tax.
Yes.
Presently, we have not less than 10 cases, 10 appeals on personal income tax pending at various tribunals, which is an indication that people are embracing the tribunal. We hope to collaborate more with the state boards and the Joint Tax Board and other relevant stakeholders to enlighten the taxpayers on their rights under the Personal Income Tax Act.
Okay. Now, if perchance a disputant has reservations about the ruling of the tribunal, where does he go?
The decisions of the tribunal are enforceable upon enrollment at the Federal High Court. Similarly, the Federal High Court has appellate jurisdiction over all decisions of the tribunal. So the relationship with the judiciary has been Our relationship with the judiciary in this direction has been very, very cordial and complementary. Okay. Like other advanced countries and developing tax jurisdictions all over the world, sound public policy demand the establishment of administrative tribunals like this. Among other things, they help to reduce the caseload of the overladen regular courts by providing less formal fora for quicker, cheaper, expert resolution of disputes in specific field with respect to which speedy resolutions are in the public interest.
And under what circumstances can a case be transferred from one zone to another?
Basically, transfers can be looked into if the subject matter for the appeal is actually emanating in the zone that the applicant wishes the appeal to be transferred to. Basically, that is the first and very necessary factor in considering transfers.
Okay. What is your relationship of the Tax Appeal Tribunal with the judiciary as a block? We remember that in 2012, we went out with you on visits to the CJ and the President of the Court of Appeal and the presiding judge at the Federal Court of Appeal. What is the relationship of the TAT with the judiciary?
Our relationships are very cordial and complementary. So.
Okay. You spoke earlier about a 5-year development plan. So, where do you see the tribunal going in the next 5 years? What do you think will be the impact going forward on the tax system?
Yeah, going forward, I see the TAT being recognized and accepted by the general public as a means of resolving disputes arising from various tax laws. I see the TAT as developing to become an impartial and a very fast and speedy system of resolving tax disputes.
So there is nothing we can do. I can't believe this. Last year I let it go. This year my tax assessment is even worse. They keep doing this because they know there is no one we can complain to.
But there is.
Really?
Yes. You can go to the Tax Appeal Tribunal.
Tax Appeal Tribunal?
Yes.
The Tax Appeal Tribunal is established to resolve all tax disputes between taxpayers and the Revenue Authority. So when your tax disputes are not resolved to your satisfaction, the Tax Appeal Tribunal is there to help. You can visit any of our offices nationwide or call us on 0987-61170 or email info@tat.gov.ng for support. Tax Appeal Tribunal, building confidence in Nigeria's tax system.
We are costing home, sir, and we just want to know, you were talking about the achievements of the Tax Appeal Tribunal in the last 3 years. Would you say that the Tax Appeal Tribunal has in any way been able to help in reducing incidents of double taxation and tax avoidance? And again, would you say that you have impacted in any way on the revenue base, the revenue basket of the country?
Strictly speaking, the Joint Tax Board is statutorily empowered to work out the modalities to harmonize taxes across the states to avoid double taxation. But the problem is that most Nigerians don't even know their rights. The Taxes and Levies Approved List for Collection Act specifies the taxes collectible by each tier of government. For instance, the law does not permit any tier of government to mount roadblocks in order to collect any taxes or levies, while the use of contractors to collect revenue is an illegality. But it is the duty of the people to enforce their rights. Look, it is important to clarify that the essence of the establishment of the TAT is not to generate revenue for the government, but to protect the interest of the taxpayers. For us, this is a very important component of our mandate because the taxpayer's understanding that his or her interest is protected will help to engender confidence in the tax system and encourage voluntary compliance. When the taxpayer knows that he has an independent, accessible, and cost-effective avenue to complain to when the revenue authorities infringes on his rights, then he will be willing to complain or comply with the tax laws. On the other hand, we have helped to increase the revenue generation of the government and have had some landmark decisions that have been hailed by all the stakeholders.
Are the tribunals always in session or they sit for certain periods within a quarter or a year?
The Act provides that at least there should be a sitting, at least a sitting in 1 quarter.
Okay.
But we encourage the tribunals to sit regularly so that cases will be dispensed with and people or the tax-paying public will be happier for it.
Okay. On the average, sir, how long does it take for a case to be dispensed with?
About 180 days from filing to the conclusion of the matter.
Okay. And would you say that from your observation, from the reports from the zonal tribunals, have taxpayers or disputants, to put it that way, happy with the rulings, the modus operandi and the rulings of the tribunals?
Yes, most especially there are some landmark decisions, like I told you, that have been hailed generally by all stakeholders, both the taxpaying community and the tax authorities.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Finally, sir, what would be your advice to the tax-paying community out there?
My advice is that the TAT is there for everybody. It is cheaper, faster, and flexible for the tax-paying community. It is not only for the tax authorities. Please embrace it for a speedy tax dispute resolution.
Once again, we thank you for coming on to the program, sir. We hope that when next we knock on your doors, you will oblige us with your wealth of knowledge.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. There you are. You now know that you have a listening here in the Tax Appeal Tribunal. You are not alone. You are not working alone. If you have issues with the tax authorities, both at federal and state levels, you have the Tax Appeal Tribunal there to go to. I want to thank you for sharing time with us today, and we do hope that you'll join us next week, same station, same day of the week, same time of the day. Have a good week ahead.